Hey, what's up everyone? Mike here with the watch list video for Thursday, August 15th. Nice day in chat. Hat tip to several people for some really nice posts. But let me start with the SPY. After this gap down, we've just been grinding higher day after day. It's pretty impressive actually. Let me throw this up for a lot of new faces in chat. So if you're one of the new faces, pause the video and read that. Get a quick description of what we're all about. And I would say to new faces, I shouldn't call you new faces, new people, new members, take the time to watch our free webinars. It'll help get you up to speed on our terminology and some of the setups we look at. And if you don't have that link, hit me up in chat tomorrow. I'll put the link out to the free webinars. All right. Okay, so before I go into the watch list, hat tips, like I like to do, SIGA. Okay, the first hat tip goes to me on this one because I posted that it was popping. And then after this pop, it put in this lower high right here that I pointed out. So I basically typed in, hey, SIGA, put in a lower high. The implication there is if it takes out this lower high to the upside, then it's probably, or I hate to use the word probably, there's a good chance it could take out the previous high and keep going, right? So the lower high that I pointed out was $11.12, pulled back for a little bit. The break of 11.12, again, was my implied entry with the high of day, not that far above it, 11.37. It broke that, one little hiccup, and then kept going, and it went all the way to 12.83. from an 11.13 entry. But what I think was even a cooler idea than that was as it started to pull back, I put out 5's buy zone, which if you don't know, is the area between the 8 and the 20 moving average on 5-minute candles. But then after I posted that, I took a screenshot. Kevin P. is one of my favorite posts of the day, pointed out that it was testing the breakout area of 11.40. So now we know we like it between the 8 and the 20. This is the early breakout area he was alluding to, right? Put that horizontal line there, the early breakout area. Look how that matches up with the 5's buy zone. And really, if you just bid 11.40 like he suggested, it went to 11.37. You were 3 cents underwater. And it went to 12.83. But I love that post by Kevin because it talks about the retest of the earlier high. And when that lines up with the buy zone, it always makes me like a pullback setup better, right? GNLN, I want to give a hat tip to Peter TI in chat. Gave this 16 break idea. So we saw this thing go crazy back here. And then as it started to come up here, it almost hit 16 right there, pulled back. Peter's idea through 16, look what happens. Within like a minute, it goes up to 17.27, halts, and then ends up going to 21.80. Great post by Peter. So there's some hat tips for the day. And then let me go into what I'm watching for tomorrow for hopefully some day trades. Let me get back to the daily chart here. There it is. All right, so BURU, big volume, but closing well off its highs. It's still that volume makes me want to watch it tomorrow. VSCO, Victoria's Secret, gapped up on, I think, a new CEO. Back through. If it can get back through today's high tomorrow, you've got another potential catalyst right there. I'm not in love with that thing, but we'll watch it. SIGA and any other monkeypox play are all in play right now. So that's what we're watching. You can kind of see the breakout today. And altogether, a pretty strong close. Definitely keep this one on watch. It seems to be, I don't know, the go-to for monkeypox news. There's other ones that I'm going to talk about. VRAX I'm also going to watch, but didn't quite have the move. And the same thing, GOVX had a nice pop, but didn't quite have the move that SIGA, S-I-G-A, had. So we're going to watch those two also. Starbucks, I'll put back on watch, put in an inside day today. That's SBUX. GNLN, already talked about that. Crazy mover, so it's got to be on watch. ELWS, quiet inside day after yesterday's big rip. Goes on watch. ACB, still kind of flagging here over this little flag right here. Could break out. I did say this in chat today that really ACB or any other pot stock, they kind of all go together as a group, right? So you almost need some kind of big pot news, but that might happen. And if that does happen, we already know we like ACB probably through 7. INTA, big pop today, nice kind of breakout attempt. We'll see if it gives a follow-through setup tomorrow. CRMD, also big volume. We'll see if that one follows through tomorrow. Did that top out at exactly 5? 4.99, so that one could be interesting through 5. And then a couple of potential gappers, ULTA and after hours, Berkshire Hathaway disclosed a stake. As I'm talking to you, it's trading at 370. So if that's still gapping, super interesting. I tried to get this thing in pre-market and just didn't quite get it. And then Nike, I think it was, I want to say Elliott disclosed a stake. And as I'm talking to you, that's trading at 82.30. And one more. I'm going to put this one on the list. VSME. There's the daily. Right now, as I'm talking to you, it's trading at $1.24 in after hours. So there's a few potential gappers. I'll be there in the pre-market tomorrow. Hopefully, some of you will join me, and we'll add to the gapper list. And between all of that, we should have plenty to trade. So that's it for me. I'll see you in chat.